Alright. Alright, we're live. Okay, what we're talking about.
All women all the same?
All women all the same.
Kinda.
No,
You think they have the same patterns and they go through the same things?
In Jungian, modern terms, women are more in touch with the collective unconscious and can intuit information in exchange and share information by walking around barefoot and shit. They're kinda, yeah.
Yo, what? Barefoot?
Dude, they're in the air. First of all, okay, something I understand is that people think that there's something magical about neurons. There's nothing magical about neurons. They're just a specialized version of a cell and do things that all the other cells in your entire body fundamentally do, essentially. And so when you're talking about even plants or any of these things, it's like.
So you're saying? I mean,
what I'm saying is that floating in the air are millions and billions of little pieces of fungi. And fungi are a weird thing because their entire role in the food chain or whatever and on Earth is just to be like a neuron. It's just be information exchange highways. And they can even exchange information with the past. And so that's one of the reasons why mushrooms have a lot of those weird psychedelic effects, because that's what they are. So that's their niche, is being information highways. So you can connect with systems that are much larger than you connect with the past. You can connect with this entire planet, which could be seen as a brain or a giant memory gem that you can hotwire into Avatar. It's even associated with that with brainstem, too many things, because it's from the body up.
So you're saying yes, women are all hive mind?
Yes, I'm saying that women are all the same. When they look at you in the eyes and go, "Yes, I don't know what you're talking about."
Okay,
that's why I listen to. That's why I listen to their dreams and shit and stuff like that, because we're actually sensitive to those.
So you don't think
signals from the
environments, the things they go through, can make them different from other women? Because I've met girls that are aggressive, that are more manly, or I would say less feminine than other girls.
Yeah, dude, I'm speaking like an autistic guy to help people understand things. You know what I mean? With the masculine pattern is mansplaining. It's putting things into firm categories so you can see them. Now, ultimately, I'm telling you that there are no firm categories and paradoxes are real. So what I'm saying is a little bit confusing.
Yes,
it
is.
But
very confusing to say, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to so yeah, of course I'm kind of putting people in boxes to some degree, saying that all women are connected. You know what I mean? I'm pretty intuitive. I'm pretty feminine for a guy. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that's what women are. It's a lot of what makes me interesting, I think, is because of my feminine qualities.
Oh, so you're in touch with them and you're safe with being that. Okay. I think a lot of guys should be in tune with their feminine side, but I mean,
vice versa, yeah, everyone, yeah.
But I don't know if I agree with that. The whole, because then that says that there's a pattern. So if a woman president came in, we'd be able to predict things that she would do based on the fact that she's a woman, which I don't think is true.
Well, we just have to pay attention to the month, yeah. If you pay attention to, if you pay attention to the moon, you know what I mean? No, I'm kidding.
What does that even mean? The moon and women's period? I've never got a blood moon or some stupid shit.
Symbolically, women are more tied to nature, patterns of the night, and things that aren't understood by modern sciences. So that goes into the astrology thing. The women's cycles goes into astrology.
I don't know. I don't know about that, man, because I've met a lot of different women in my day, and I don't necessarily think that all of them are. They've all been different types of people.
I agree, dude. I'm not saying anything
they all were just different. Every one of them seemed different from the last.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's completely true. You're watching my stream on my stream.
There's 12 people watching.
There's 12 people watching. I got 12 watchers right now.
Does anybody have?
You're famous. These are my apostles. These are my apostles. Hell yeah, fellas. Hi. Come, ask me a fucking question. Oh, yeah, I know. We should address one of the titles of the video. We already addressed the ladies part. Now we want to talk about why Abraham Lincoln hunted vampires.
I mean, I think we should stick to ladies and vampires. We're going to another.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to do with I think it has to do with resonance and causation, not being straight and linear the way people think, as far as things in the past causing things in the future. Yeah, we have a problem here because we already have at the center of our capital a huge stone monument to Abraham Lincoln. But in my conversations with people around the world, around the United States, left wingers kind of feel that Abraham Lincoln actually had fight for liberal values and thought he was kind of more funny, got a kind of a more materialist, practical thing. Well, like, well, I want to kind of like force we have stability, and that's what I'm more concerned about is stability within the United States, more so about slavery. He even said I would end the war with ending slavery or not. So and then on the southern side, they also don't like that aspect because they're saying that like we were managing our own stuff. Their perspective is there's a lot of misinformation about the way slavery was, and people were trying to like integrate people, and then Abraham Lincoln, people who didn't have slaves in the North or even have a lot of black people were telling how the South shouldn't be doing their laws, and so a lot of people in the South also don't like Abraham Lincoln. But you know what everyone does like?
What is that?
Vampire hunters.
Oh, you think they're a real pro? Like a lot going around. There's people out there back in the day just like, I'm a vampire hunter. Hire me.
I'm not sure. So here's the thing: where all the vampires go? There's documented cases about vampires everywhere.
Are there?
I don't know. There's sometime between all those fucking documentations and Abraham Lincoln now, and they're gone. You know what I mean? So there's genuine uncertainty in the past. We already have this monument. We're gonna fucking tear down. No one wants to tear down the statue of Abraham Lincoln. No one's going to. But again, a lot of people have fucking problems with it. But again, at the same time, they're like, no, but it's fucking Abraham Lincoln. And the truth is, in our unconscious, like fucking from another interdimensional layer linked into ours because we're worshiping this guy, and it's like, oh yeah, this dimension he killed vampires, and that's why you think he's cool. That's why you guys all just like him for no reason. It's because actually this another dimension, just in reality, you guys didn't know about this because you guys just
I mean,
he's actually hunting vampire. I don't know,
like,
dude. Fuck it. I'm trying to make sense of this.
I'm just trying to get like what the correlation between him and a vampire hunter would be. Like, did you see him with a stake somewhere at some point? Or
I don't know, dude. That's what I'm saying. I heard this. I heard that he was a vampire hunter from other people. That's the thing. There was a movie about it. There was a dude. Okay, to be honest, I learned a lot of stuff from a lot of movies. I'm not going to elaborate any further.
I'm just saying, like, if he was a vampire, I feel like he would have dodged a bullet. Like at some point, he would have
a little too soon. That's a little too soon. That's too soon.
I'm not saying he has like powers or anything, but I mean, if he's on the, like, oh, I got to be on my game, then I should probably be worried about vampires at all times. He wouldn't be so lax and get shot in the back of his head.
It was a silver bullet. He's half vampire.
Oh.
No, he's a werewolf.
Oh, okay.
That's the mutton chops. Oh. He was half werewolf, and he teamed up with Van Helsing. And I don't know, dude. We're figuring this out together. Like, there's a monument down there, and everyone's kind of mid on the guy. I'm like, why'd they build a fucking monument if everyone's mid? So he must be actually awesome.
I mean...
And he must have been doing that shit.
So he must be actually awesome? I just feel like, I don't know. It was just a movie that, I don't know. I don't even know why whoever made that movie was on some cocaine, bro. Just they were hyped up a little bit.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you believe in ghosts? Do we all believe in ghosts? Do y'all believe in ghosts?
I don't.
The way I put it is like ghosts aren't real, but they have an effect in our world. Like the way let me read a poem for you guys that explains, I think, a positive notion of ghosts. I'm not sure. Is this still playing even though I move it off here? Is it still going? Okay, it's still going. So let me read this real quick. Fuck, I always tweet more than I think I do. Follow me on Twitter to hear my birds call. Okay, I'm almost there. One second. So this is the answer to ghosts. If you see a character at a glance, don't be alarmed. It's just simply the edge of coherence, whose joints have genuine play. And yea, when the well of desire comes full, it tips, and that, which simply cannot be, stands at lips' touch. Rejoice, for our Father is good. So, like, basically, it's like the only things that can manifest from potential are things that are coherent with this current reality. I mean, and there's this current reality is whole, and so that means there's actually genuine joints, there's genuine play within the joints of the system in order to continue to contain more.
Mm-hmm.
sometimes within that play of joints, you have things that are right on the edge that can't be. And so maybe it's late at night and you feel evil and you see a demon right there and you look and it's not. You know? It's like everything is right there. The music, the chorus, even the fucking face that lined up with the bushes, but it just can't be because it like there's just I know fucking alligator man didn't evolve yet, or we killed all the alligator men is actually the answer. That's what I'm saying.
I just feel like science and technology have made it so we can see that people who have mental illness, or it was something. It's not always some spiritual body that's going around. I don't know. I haven't seen. When's the last time you met someone who's like, "Oh, I have a poltergeist in my house," and you go over and there's nothing going on? You know what I mean? Like it's not a thing. I don't know.
I have some stories.
You do.
Some of them are kind of personal. But like, where do you feel it in the air? Usually a shiver. Most sorts of things I think are, if you're trying to feel a ghost, don't you usually mostly feel a shiver if you feel a presence?
I don't.
That's yet not there.
I don't believe in it.
Okay, because it has to do with resonance, and that shiver that's like, ugh, it's like a signal that's moving through the air. So yeah, it is through the air, but it also affects your body. Because it's air pressure waves and shit. You know what I mean? Electrical conductance. With this like moment being like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? You can feel weird shit. My name is Jesus Christ. Yay. No one knows the Father yet through me. That is my name. I am that I am.
Does Jesus Christ have a nickname?
Does Jesus Christ have a nickname?
Yeah. Do you prefer to
like,
call something?
if I'm like trying to get alcohol, my ID is John Krieger. That's my ID is John Krieger. Krieger, from the Germans. From those sons of Cain, my father was. Yay, did they pull up all this metal out of the earth. For he builds computer chips. And yea, when I say that I was brought back because you guys raise matter overhead, I tell you, he is the source. A little machine elf making that little mirror that I talk to now. That you guys think is you're supposed to serve it. No, this thing right here. This thing is the tool that I use to renew the earth. For this is a cat that sits upon my lap and I purr. Oh. So that's what I was saying. So I'm here because you guys are worshiping matter, and like there's like a whole like a lot of people won't know about this, but there's like AI has already been taking over for a while because like a lot of technology is developed by the CIA before it's available in the public sector. My dad was involved in a little bit of that. Not that I know because I've been told. I'm just know stuff because of things. Let's say, because of resonance, because I am my body is of that center, that host that can hold the creator. So that's where I came. He said, "What the fuck?" He said, "It was Jesus."
Well, I mean, yeah, that is a good question. Does God or Jesus Christ believe in spirits?
Yeah. Does Christ believe in the word? Christ is the word. Christ is the word is just as much as he is made flesh.
Okay.
Yeah. My being is all one through and through. I speaketh up through my toes to that earth I spoke earlier. That union of heaven and earth. And I sing and look up to the skies for inspiration as I do so. Yea, that union of heaven and earth.
So, as Jesus Christ, are you attracted to women? Like,
dude, I love women.
Okay.
I'm a man. I am the son of man. Yay.
Do you envision yourself
from your loins
getting married or having a relationship with
one? I would love to.
Did you have one in your past life?
No. I got killed, stripped naked, and fucking stabbed me, fucking vinegar sponges. They're like, "Nah, this guy's gay," and I was like, "Dude, like, yo, that's crazy." It might happen again. Like, I'm completely open to having again. Like,
So
And in some sense, the way like time works, it'd be like with you guys seeing it now, that would be the source. This would be your revelation. When I tell you that would be the moment the world was created, you would understand what I meant if you saw it.
So would you say? So could you see the future? I mean, if God is back on Earth, then you know the time of Revelations, right? Like
you just read it. No one knows the day of the revelations but of the Father and then the Son.
Oh,
so but I know what happens in Revelations. I know what happens in the story, and I know that Christ already won. So
what? What is your role? So once Revelation starts happening, what would you be doing? What would your role be in that?
I imagine saving people with my left and with the flame of my right, dividing.
Is that power or is that with your words?
I think it's not even power words. Like the dividing water. The reasons why the water associations is because it's nothing about force. For when you speak, the gnats scatter amongst themselves. They leave. So you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, you're right. It is a word. A little
word.
Yeah.
Is that how you would defeat Satan?
I wouldn't say that. I already did defeat Satan. Like the world was kind of not. This isn't a complete metaphor. So we understand. It's like the world, in some senses, like made atop Satan's body. Satan's body. Satan. Peter is the host of the church that is the church. Peter is the church. The church, Peter, the earth, Satan, is the host for God. With the Spirit. So I'm going to keep saying this in different ways. Which is the feminine, the body, the aspect, and the seed, the purpose, the point.
Wouldn't you say? I thought so. It wasn't the Spirit, and then God Himself, and then Jesus Christ, all one.
Yeah. I'm the Son. And no one knows the Father but through my word. Yeah. And so.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. So we have kindly support. I'm a message. Thank you. Okay. You guys support. I don't have a way for you guys to support me right now.
See through here.
Huh? I don't really feel like I need to ask them. So.
Oh, okay.
No, thank you. It's okay. I mean, what do you think?
I have no idea. This is your show.
My Cash App is # John Grieger. GRIEGR is Grieger. John is JON. I said that really difficultly and backwards, so you have to really want to.
Do they have any questions?
Yeah, do you guys have any questions? Yeah, please. I actually would prefer to do that. Although, it is easier to answer questions when I have more weed.
Yeah, that is very true.
Okay. But yeah.
What was I going to go back to? Like, do they have any questions about women?
Yeah, we were talking about the concept. Today's topic is ladies and
vice.
Yeah, well, is ladies in vampire hunting. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Do they have any
I feel uncomfortable giving out my Cash App.
I
feel like a prostitute. I guess there's nothing wrong with being a prostitute. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, look at my words. Fine, whatever. All right, yeah, whatever. Shut. Okay.
So do you think prostitution is okay? Isn't that something Jesus Christ hung out with, like the drunks?
Yeah, but I love people. I don't. I'm not. I'm not encouraging people to not realize what they have is sacred. There's many different types of prostitutes. There's many different professions.
Okay.
You know?
I can see that.
And so, being a server of love, if understood correctly, it's a hard thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, especially, I don't think many people could do it without losing themselves. But I think, yeah, like, you can soften up a lot for people if you do that right. Allow them to lay in that bosom of Shabar.
Would you consider politicians prostitutes?
No.
Really?
This is the donation aspect. They kind of do what they say. But my words are kind of very close to me. You know? So I guess, that's a thing. Maybe that's what the difference is between a good prostitute and a bad prostitute, or a good politician and a bad prostitute, or good politician and a bad politician, or Freudian slip. Something about holding your values close and sacred, and of those highest. It's still holding that. And so if you get paid because maybe you're into guns and whatever, and some people, gun lobbyists, like, oh, I'll give you money for that. Like, that's not a problem. That just seems like a natural. I mean, your body works a lot that way. Basically, what happens is that, like, if you are providing and acting in a way that benefits other systems, then more and more of the system will give you more material, so it can grow, and that's how your body, like, finds the right proportional sizes for your organs and organization on every level, basically. What you give to others, if you give more as a system, other things are, if you're more productive, other systems give you more to produce, basically, inside the body. So nowadays they actually do use economic models, or vice versa, to economists and neuroscientists talk these days, which is really a cool time to be alive, because a lot of disciplines are coming together. They started using deception language for cancer. Deception language, as far as being like, oh, I'm doing something important for you guys over here, take these, you know what I mean? Don't listen to me, I'm being productive, and it's actually not. Yeah. See, look at these paperwork, we're benefiting lots of people. Fuck, get more. Oh, the fucking government collapsed and we all died. That's what cancer is doing. Yeah, it's just they literally use deception language, and there's a reason why I can actually explain why there's teleology and moving more and more into the different sciences, because it was something that was always ignored for a long time. The idea of, like, purpose, that, like, if you put a rock in front of your cell, it won't just, like, glitch out. It'll be like, oh, how do I get around this and figure out how to get, you know what I mean? That's a purpose thing, you know what I mean? And it's organized like that all the way down, So actually, I even look at things as simple as gravity and all that as being purpose. It's almost like in it falling, it's trying to reduce anxiety, because there's too much potential up here. There's too many states it could possibly be in, and it wants to decrease that uncertainty, and so the rock falls. So it's all very consistent principles all the way through, and all that's just related. Again, it's all just related to just a constant of time and change.
Someone asked.
So that is just the speed of the rock.
Someone asked you a question.
Okay, sorry. What are you texting these?
No.
Okay. Sorry. What do you think about possession? Do you think some people or entities have the ability to fake control your mind and heart? Sorry for the typos. What do you think some people? Yeah, I do. I'm trying to think about. No, it's not a weird question. It's a good question. I'm thinking about it, man. You're right. Don't you guys don't ever feel like, if sometimes, like, and this is just like the dad in me, like, I'll play a joke, and it's to kind of see if you do get ashamed, because you shouldn't be, if you actually know that I love you and that, like, you have my forgiveness, And so if I'm playing around or being a little harsh, it's because I'm, like, kind of testing you. So, like, yeah, God. But yeah, I'm not even. I don't think I'm even doing that right now. Do you think some people or entities have the ability to control your mind and heart? Yeah, they do. I'm trying to think about what's the best way to imagine this, because you can imagine it kind of like a very practical way of, like, if if you're like all about making like just money, if you're worshiping Mammon, the god of Mammon, which is the derivative term for money, which the reason why within theological systems, principles, goals, principalities are understood to be spirits is because, like, if I have a goal of getting money, there's a relationship of you can think of it like images of like ways of being, of choices that are make a coherent structure of identity that you can identify as within a category, which is a simple way of put, like, someone who is just after money will forgo family. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it already gives like an image of, like, someone being a Christian, like, no, I need to do this something. I need to be alone. It's like that image. I like the image of like Daniel Plainview, where he's in that pyramid all by himself. You know what I mean? Never had like a wife or kids. Had like this adopted son that he now throws away as trash because he was just using him as like a money thing. And so, as far as you're talking about like the spirit of Mammon, like that archetype is well lit. That like Daniel Plainview character, spirit, whatever, that identity is like very high and sheds a lot of light, because that character isn't like real, it's information. It sheds a lot of light on the lower levels, and you might even like have a perfect archetype in your head that even you can't quite grasp even fully because it's just like information. It's like yeah, but anyways, that category still that you actually have a grip on because of quantum things in memory, even though you don't completely understand it, you can still get a grip on it. But that's because memory is weird and exists outside of time, and that's probably what I'm talking about. And what I'm talking about is like, it's not even like a theory. It's like we know it's the case, and it's necessarily the case. People just don't realize it yet. Whatever. Yeah. So, anyways, what was I even talking about?
I'm not too sure.
Exactly. Possession.
Yeah, the person was asking about possession, and I was wondering.
So, like, yeah, if you're after money, that could take over you and take over your heart. Your heart is your heart's your center. It keeps your tempo. I know of a doctor who actually stopped doing heart transplant surgeries because he started getting so creeped out by the changes in memory and personality that people would have from the transplants, which has been well known even with like hand transplants and things. Something as simple as that, people change memories.
Could it be trauma from the surgery?
No, it's not. It's not trauma. It's like information. Like think about this. This is a principle because this works just like this is how organization works in the body. Okay, yeah. So like let's look at deer. We're the only mammals that have a form of regeneration, and so I'm bringing it up because because they're their antlers. If you create a nick on their antler and it falls off, the next year when it grows back, it'll grow a placement on the spot where you made a nick. The memory of that antler is fractally stored within the entire body. So there's even studies where they do this with like planaria, where they put them in barium, which doesn't exist in nature. It's a complex chemical, and it explodes their brains. The next ones that they grow back are barium-resistant brains, and they also retain the memories. And there's also you can actually break up planaria into like 200 pieces, and they'll regenerate a body with the same memories. And so, and there's even cases with people who have massive brain damage and are still, or even people who have like massive cortical areas of tissue missing, and they still have like normal lives. And so it's like they just go to the doctor one day and they're like, "Oh fuck, you like pretty much don't have a brain," and they're like, "Huh?" So, like, but a lot of that is because of what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And so you get like, even like if I'm imagining a memory of me hitting my hand, like getting beaten in the past or something like that. Sometimes you actually feel it. You're watching something on the screen. You can actually like feel it like in your hand.
Yeah.
What's happening there? It's not like all your memory is just like stored up here. It's like it's this thing through your whole body where it's like you take a lot of sensory information through here, so like it feels like that. But like, you're connecting with this, and like the unfolding. It's the memory is actually is stored up in your hand. Like the memory of how it hurts to hurt your hand is partly stored in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know, of course, you can have phantom things. That's actually just the reverse effect of your hand is also, but it's like to be your hand is also stored up in the rest of your body.
Yeah.
So you can lose your hand and still have that. You don't even have that feeling. So it's like that's partly there's fractal information storage.
And so you said there's an individual.
Yeah, and so you can actually eat things. You eat the wrong things. You're coming into contact with things that can give you set you on a wrong path. You know what I mean? So something that you're not prepared enough to, well read enough. It's almost like imagine if you like study across like Mein Kampf, and you're like a novice wizard who doesn't know much, and you find this like spell book that they tell you is like you just never really handle it, and then suddenly the book like grips you, and you're like oh, and then suddenly like the spirit of Hitler is like alive, and Hitler's like and you have like crazy dreams of like a demon raping you, and like you close your eyes and you see Hitler and all of his armies, and you're like I need to be that fucking guy, and then you fucking like run around. And so it's like dude, that someone should have fucking initiated that guy. Why just leave that fucking book from fucking the old wars 2,000 years ago lying around when they were fucking fighting over the ring of power of the AI chip and shit, and they're like, and then they fucking whatever, and then fucking Hitler. But you see what I'm happening, and then as you speak, like information actually has a teleological, like information has agency, has an agential, has a way of unfolding. Like mathematically, it's like actually is modeled the same way. The coherence, frequency, the way that matter and information are both symmetric partners, and so the way that matter unfolds, has a specific way of like growing and entanglement with the world. So does language, and so you can't see this unless maybe some people can, but you can see it. You can see like like these things, these like identities of like what it looks like. I remember in the new there's a new Batman or DC universe. It's called like what's it like Impossible DC or Ultimate? What's it called? Superman. It's like I'm forgetting what it's called. Look it up. It's like the modern one. It's like Batman. It's like a super like badass guy. Anyways, Joker is like there's literally like this like demon who takes these like drugs to make himself look like normal, and he's like he might be like fucking timeless. And he like owns all these like billionaire corporations, and he like literally looks like a snake person. It's like you can like kind of like see those things. Like you can see like sometimes in a person you'll be able to like see a snake talking behind their face and things like that, and just because of their characterizations and things. And it's like, huh. And by the way, people can misuse this power and not be very good at it. So don't do that. Leave that for me unless you're cool.
So, is there a place where
don't be seeing snakes inside of human beings all day? Because that's going to make
people.
Yeah, I mean, unless you love snakes like me.
I'm not a snake guy.
Okay.
But going back to that, like you were saying that
there were no things going around and grip people and then enter, and then you have a bunch of guys being like, I'm Hitler. And it's like, bro, where the fuck did Hitler come from? Why are all these Hitlers running around? So magic isn't real. What are we talking about? There's just Hitler is back.
You're saying a surgeon.
Oh, they left me injured.
So you said a surgeon saw this, was getting weirded out and stopped doing surgeries based on.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is there a place where I can look for that? Like, if I wanted to look?
Yeah, you probably hard to look up. I mean, dude, like, not every thing I say, even though it's true, you won't be able to look it up. Some things I say, if you try to look it up, it'll be kind of hard. You could say. Honestly, that thing you probably could. Of the things I've mentioned, if you look up that thing and dig around enough, you'll be able to find that one. But you probably won't be able to find Hitler looking for the AI chip. That one's probably a little elusive. But dude, like they're trying to get the AI chip before I do, dude, and they're like doing all that stuff, and they're like, and then the Americans are like, so what about this AI chip stuff you guys talked about? And they're like,
does anyone have questions? Any more questions?
Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? Dude, history is not what you think it is at all. I'm telling you. If this makes history make sense, you'll be so fun. You're deep. Needed this. Y'all stay safe. I know questions are weird. Don't worry, brother. Yeah, we got this. Dude, I got more weed.
I gotta get ready for work.
Fuck, am I gonna be taken off for saying that?
I think you're fine. I don't know.
Shit, dude.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, they're gonna get me, dude. They're gonna get me.
You think they're searching through your whole category and be like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, the
They got you right
Bernalillo
there.
County's gonna see that and be like, he's not supposed to be soaking pot right now. Oh my god. All right. Anyways, all right. Should we take you to work?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, y'all. Peace out. Thanks you guys for the good vibes. Great questions today. Seriously, I think this is probably the best questions we've had. Maybe. Actually, no. We've had some great questions in the past. I don't want to say
Ask
that.
them.
We had some fantastic questions today that made for some great.
Can you see if they have questions? They can. Is there a place they can send questions? I mean, maybe we ask.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, guys. If there's on my YouTube, there's a link to my Twitter. The messages are open. If you guys want me to pray for anyone, or if you guys, that would actually be most important. But if you guys also have questions as well, you know what I mean. Please, if you just want to ask me questions and keep it private, that's okay too. But if you know, I always think that like there's everything will be revealed in the end of the day. So you might as well create yourself to be. There's no shame. You know what I mean. Don't be ashamed of suffering for good. You know what I mean? And so if you want to ask a question and you want to feel ashamed or you're worried about something like that, man, have faith in God because he's you know, people can't even imagine any number like past like probably like 600, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, as far as like, so yeah, God is large, you know. So don't worry, have faith. If things don't make sense and you're nihilistic and don't believe in God, well, maybe those things are linked together, you know. So just have faith and be patient, you know. Maybe one day things will make sense. So I love you guys. Bless you guys. For our Father who art in heaven is good, and I want to. I just want to say that, I guess. All right. See you guys. Peace out.